to start that packaged food dream of yours and you're wondering, do I have to start at a farmer's market? For the best packaged food advice, subscribe to this channel by clicking below and hitting on the little bell to be notified every time I release a new video all about starting a profitable food business. So you've decided to take the plunge and jump in to start that food business dream, and you're wondering what the best route is for you to go to start generating sales quickly. Watch this video to the end so that you can learn about why I do recommend starting at a farmer's market, and also some of the things to expect if you are new to the farmer's market scene. I'm Sari Kimbell. I'm the creator of Food Business Success, and I have helped hundreds of food business entrepreneurs start and grow profitable food businesses. Hey, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what delicious food or drink you are thinking about making and starting as your food business. When I work with clients, a lot of times they come to me and they want to get started, they want to start that food business, but they ask me this question: do I have to start at a farmer's market? I get it. Farmers markets aren't for everyone. The reality is it's going to take up at least probably one weekend day, if not more, depending on how many you want to do. They can be long hours. Oftentimes they're hot in the summer. So I get it. It's maybe not the thing that you want to do forever with your food business. And some people actually do. That is their income. That is the way that they make money, is by attending many farmers markets. So the question is, do you have to start at a farmer's market? So the answer is no, you don't have to start at a farmer's market. But I'm going to tell you in this video why I really think you should and why I love when food businesses do start at a farmer's market. All right, so here's the first reason why I love farmers markets. It's a relatively low risk venture with pretty low barriers to entry. Depending on your product type, you might be able to even start making food out of your home kitchen to be able to sell directly to a consumer. That's gonna lower your startup costs significantly, and you can kind of feel it out and see if it's a good investment of your time and money to go in that direction without having to invest a ton of money up front. All right, reason number 2 is that a farmer's market is the quickest way I know to generate cash flow. And when you are just starting a business, I know so many of you are bootstrapping, you're trying to invest as little of your own money as possible, and you really want to be paying things off as they come up. So if you really want to generate fast cash flow, definitely start at a farmer's market. You're going to recoup the majority of your profit that way, and you're just going to have so much access to potential buyers right there. Reason number 3 is that you are going to get the highest gross profit from this direct-to-consumer model where you are selling one-on-one to individuals. This is, again, a great way to keep up that cash flow and to make sure that you are making a profit when you first start your business. Reason number 4 why I love farmers markets is that other people are taking care of getting the customers for you and organizing the sales platform. So you just have to show up with your best sales program and your best booth, but they've done all the work to market the market, to encourage people to come. They have really, and they've secured the location and all of the necessary permits. So really, a lot of the work has been done for you. You just need to show up and be ready for sales. The last reason why I love farmers markets and why I highly encourage you to start there is I don't know of any other place that you can go and really experiment and pivot and learn and be open to changes. I love it when you can come to one market one weekend and then you take all that great feedback that you get from your customers and you renew, you go back, you kind of pivot, you add new things, you up the branding of your booth a little bit. Every week you get better and better. better. So you can try out your pricing, your packaging, your labels, your branding, your messaging, that sales tactic, pricing, right? So I think it's such a great opportunity to basically have a focus group that people are paying you to do. I think you can learn so much from customers who buy, but also from customers who don't buy. So be really open, and this is why even if you're not going to sign up for a full season of a market, maybe you just want to go right into wholesale as quickly as possible, I still encourage you to do 3 to 5 farmers markets before you ever launch into wholesale. You are going to get invaluable feedback that'll make your product so much better before you try to get it into that grocery store. All right, let's talk about a couple of things that you can expect if you decide to start selling at a farmer's market. So you're going to want to find the markets that you're interested in, go visit their website, and they're going to have an application right there, usually on their website, for you to fill out. Many farmers markets will use a program maybe called Manage My Market or some other programs where you're going to create an account and then go through and fill out that application. Now when you go onto their website, note their application deadlines and also when they open up for applications. Because sometimes markets will open up 6 months in advance and they might take people first come, first serve, and sometimes they're going to have a limit on the type of vendor that they're going to allow. So it's always advantageous for you, if there's a market you really want to be in, to get your application in as quickly as possible. So for instance, they may only allow 2 kombucha companies or 3 dog treat companies or something like that. So you never want to be rejected because you're just so late in the game for an application. You're typically going to have an application fee, and then you are going to be required to provide insurance as well. So they're going to give you a certain number that you need to have an insurance, and then you'll list the market as an additional insured on that COI. So that you will have to have insurance, even if you're under cottage food. It's not necessarily required, but it's most likely required for a market. Okay, and then you are going to need to bring all of your own booth materials. You supply everything. So you want to be sure you have your tent and your table and your weights, super important when you go to a market, because you never know when it's going to rain or get windy. You want all of your coverings and your signage and your messaging, and very, very important that you have your samples as well as a trash and a place to dispose of them, and you also have like your gloves and anything that you need to prepare those samples. And then lastly, do note that most markets are going to charge a fee. They may charge a booth fee per market up front, and then also a percentage of sales. So you want to know what that is going into it, just so you can factor that into, it's basically an overhead expense. So you may want to compare markets, and if there's some that you're kind of waffling between, that may be a deciding factor. But I would say across the board, every market is going to have some fees associated with it. It's how they are able to pay their staff and market the market as well. If you are considering starting that food business dream and you're thinking about starting at a farmer's market, I want to invite you to take a deep dive with me in my free masterclass called Turn Your Passion into Profit Without the Confusion, Overwhelm, and Wasting of Time and Money. So this is a free masterclass. I'm going to put the link below, and you'll just click on that, and then you'll get the link for the actual masterclass. In this class, I'm going to go over your 5 steps to actually start your food business. So what are the next 5 things you need to do to get from idea to going to a farmer's market? I'm also going to go over my top 3 mistakes that I see food businesses make. and I'm going to give you my top 3 strategies for selling out every time at a farmer's market. And if you're wondering whether you actually should start a food business, I encourage you to check out my video on that topic right after you watch this one. All right, so now you know what I think about farmers markets and why I love them so much for getting your food business started, and you know a little bit more about what to expect if you decide to go ahead and start selling at a farmer's market. What other questions do you have about starting a food business? I would love to know. You can leave a comment below. I would also love for you to like this video and subscribe. It really helps as I grow this channel and create more videos on starting a profitable food business. You can also get my free business checklist below. I'll also share that link. And you can find me at Food Biz Success on social media and also online at foodbizsuccess.com. I hope to connect with you in the future and help you create a profitable food business.